Welcome back to Everything and the Gym. If you look beside me, we have Dave from season 2.
Hello.
Hello. You were actually our top viewed episode for season 2.
Cool.
Whoops. Anyway, you were actually our top viewed episode for season 2.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I got 5 minutes in and I couldn't do it anymore.
You couldn't watch it?
I say like so much when I'm nervous.
Well,
It bothered me.
now you know.
Absolutely.
Are you nervous this time around?
I'm not very nervous.
Yeah.
I feel much less nervous than the first time.
You should be nervous.
Good.
It's part of that danger we were talking
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
earlier. So what you up to? What have you been doing?
I have been selling a home. I've been trying to rent to eventually buy a home, fixing it up. I have been kayaking. I did a little bit of rock climbing. I think since the last time I went to Utah, went snowboarding. I killed a man. And I started a new job. I'm no longer a personal trainer.
Oh, what do you do?
I'm a building specialist now. Building specialist. I knew this question would come up.
What?
A building specialist is somebody that installs things in buildings that are like specialty, like the metal frame door that the camera can't see but is over there. Doors like that. The closer that operates the door. Garage doors, different things that involve motors and windows. So I'm installing a lot of windows on a house right now. And they basically use me for carpentry stuff whenever they can. And they do different things like partitions, like in like the, you know, like the whole reason why it's building specialties is because, you know, when you build your whole building, the framers build the frame, the painters paint, the trim guys do the trim, and then there's nobody left with the skills to put in like the partitions in the bathroom that like the toilet partitions or like the, you know, all the toilet paper, like the soap, all of it has to be to code because like you can't just put it anywhere you want. So you have to know the codes, and then like an automatic door operator for like buildings where the door is automatic, or like at the college campus, I put all those in where they swing, because if you mess one of those, you can like cut somebody in half. Not really like all the way in half,
Yeah.
but you can really mess somebody up. So just cool building specialty stuff. I love it.
I was going to say, are you learning a lot?
I love it so much. I'm learning a lot because
Yeah.
I was a carpenter. I worked with wood and a lot of residential. Now I work with a lot more metal, and it's been a very humbling experience, but there's a lot of satisfaction in creating where you know, personal training was a lot like you don't actually see your progress. Like you can't drive. Like I see the people sometimes, but a lot of times I don't see them. And I didn't have enough volume of people, and I wasn't able to do it the way that I would like to do it. Like I would want to write somebody their whole entire program and stuff like that. But with the money, it didn't make sense for me. You know, no big deal. But I'm satisfied. I'm happy at work.
Yeah. It's funny because I was not supposed to be in the gym that day that I saw you. I went in there to spray tan, and I always climb up the Stairmasters when I'm in there just to see like who's out there, who should I go talk to. And I immediately saw you. I didn't look for anybody else. I was like, oh my gosh, Dave's here. I have not seen you since we recorded your last episode. And I was like, I have to go say hi. And then I was like, please come back. Because you're moving soon, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
I'm moving June 3rd.
June 3rd. That's
to
so fast.
Greenville, South Carolina. Renowned for having some of the best drinking water in the nation.
Oh.
Huh? All my San Angelo people out there. What do you call somebody from San Angelo? Like a San Angelan?
I don't know.
Like in Charleston, we're called Charlestonians.
San Angeloan?
San Angeloan. All right, I like that.
Just kidding. Gnarly.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I have a list of questions. Have you ever heard of the Proust questionnaire?
No, please inform me.
So the Proust questionnaire was invented a long time ago to, it was questions that this guy came up with to ask his friends to find out their real, true nature. And so these are, I know,
I took one of these for Crunch, right? To
I
find
have,
out. They have like the questionnaire that tells you like, are you analytical, kind
Oh.
of like.
I don't know. You can let me know after this, but
Okay.
these are some questions that are going to make you think, and I cannot wait to hear what
Okay.
you have to say.
Let's
So,
do it.
Question number 1, what is your idea of perfect happiness?
Perfect happiness is, I think perfect happiness is something that is not so much something that you obtain, but comes from the satisfaction from the things that you do. Um, I think perfect happiness is based completely off serenity and gratitude. Serenity being of sound body and mind, a state of soundness of body and mind. You can have all the money in the world and all the people that you love, and they love you back and everything like that. But if you're not of sound body and mind, that means you do not have serenity. Something in your life is taking your serenity, or you haven't obtained it in the first place. And then number 2 is gratitude, because gratitude is you cannot be grateful and depressed at the same time. So again, you can have all the money, you can have all the wisdom, you can have everything in the whole entire world at your fingertips, but if you are not grateful, then you are not going to experience happiness. And if you were, for instance, I was while working at the gym doing different things, and there would be times, and even times at my job now, where my job is to sweep the shop floor, and I can sit there and go, oh, I don't want to sweep the floor. You know, I've been working at this for so long. I'm above this, but when I sweep the floor, if I take pride in my work and keep my Lord in my heart, then I am happy. But I will be a grumpy person if I lose sight of that, and, you know, let that affect my serenity in that way. That's what true happiness is, serenity and gratitude.
Are you currently in perfect happiness?
I don't think that right now I am happy. I think the caveat is perfect happiness. And I think that if I was in perfect happiness, that I probably wouldn't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always have something I'm working towards, or something that's nagging on me. I have a healthy amount of anxiety. If I don't have any anxiety, you're whacked. Like anxiety is a superpower when you learn how to use it right. And I don't really feel that happy when I'm anxious. So perfect happiness, no, I am very happy though.
So good. What is your greatest fear?
I would say my greatest fear is falling back into old habits. And, you know, it's kind of, when you fall into habits like I used to have, it's kind of a mixture of a fear of success and a fear of failure at the same time, which is like something that you don't really truly understand unless you have it. Right when you start doing well, you'll sabotage yourself, and you're also a perfectionist at the same time. It's like having like a megalomaniac with an inferiority complex. That's what my old habits make me feel like, and I don't want to feel like that again.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you doing all right with that
No,
right
yeah.
now? Yeah.
Doing great.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to the next question. What trait do you most like in others? So, like in other people, what trait do you most like?
Their heart, most definitely heart. I mean that both in the way of kindness, but also their fighting spirit. You know, when I see people in the gym, or even like kayaking, climbing, working, you know, in their pursuit of happiness, it's their heart. It's never, to me, I never look at somebody who's pushing 135 pounds for their bench max and be like, pfft. But when I really see them giving it their all, that's that's my favorite. And then, you know, along with that, heart is like synonymous with kindness. Like I love when people are kind, and I really can't stand when other people, when somebody is going through a hard time and make sure everybody else feels it, whether they know they're doing it or not. Big time drag.
So, question number 4. If you could have any talent in the world and be a master at it, what would you choose?
I'd be a cunning linguist.
What is that?
It's good at talking.
Oh,
I don't
but
know.
you're already good at that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say cunning linguist.
Oh.
Um,
Dot, dot,
I
dot.
would probably say any talent in the whole entire world, it would probably be
Some
I
hard
want to say
question.
something vain like kayaking, but I'm absolutely putting in the work to be as good as I'd like to be. I don't want to be so good that I'm doing life-threatening stuff. It's kind of like
Yeah.
riding a motorcycle fast, like especially once you have kids. I'm like not about that
Yeah.
life. I would probably say the talent that I would like to be very, very good at is studying and learning, being able to be very mindful, because a lot of times I forget to remember, and that can be kind of a crux in my life for me, is forgetting to remember. So I would say probably studying.
That's a good
mindfulness.
one. That's a good one.
You can have anything if you're good at, like, if you're mindful and you know how to study, you can do anything.
Yeah, I like it. Do you want to know mine?
What's that?
I've thought about this so many times. I want to be a master at flying a hot air balloon.
You heard it here first, folks.
I don't know why. I
Do
just,
that.
isn't that cool? It'd be so cool to just be like, oh yeah, I can fly that hot air balloon. Do you want to?
I did it. I don't know. No,
But-
I'm not. No, for real though. That you should get a hot air balloon.
But like, how many people do you know that can fly a hot air balloon?
I've never even been in a hot air balloon.
Me neither.
I jumped out of a plane once.
You went skydiving?
Discount skydiving.
What is that?
I got a group. I got a Groupon back when like Groupon was like new. I got a Groupon for skydiving in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and I'm gonna let all the people at home know now. Don't go discount skydiving. Pay full price.
But what was that? You've already said it. I want to know.
It was like both of the people that we were going to attach ourselves to skydive on,
Yeah,
'cause you have to
tandem.
like tandem jump. They were both viciously high on marijuana, and the pilot definitely looked like he used to be an actual pilot, but probably has a drinking problem because he had like a Gatorade bottle with like brown Gatorade in it, and like before we got in the plane, like, and it was and like I know people like in the pilots and like, you know, airplane maintenance and stuff like that, and the amount of money that goes into even the small planes is crazy. So you're flying in the cheapest plane possible that does the most runs and probably has the least regulation. And like before we got into the plane, there was like some innocuous like green substance on the plane, and the guy like before he hopped in, he like put his foot up and went like, and scratched out and went, huh. And we got in the plane. 100% don't do it. Pay full price. And the flight up was 10 times scarier than the jump out. The jump out was really scary, but while you're going up, I was just like kneeling on the floor, not attached to the guy with the parachute yet, in the worst plane ever. And they like open, like you're like attached at the floor. And I was like by the door, and he like opened up the door to get some AC and just sat there like just stoned out of his gourd. I watched them packing the parachute super high, and I was just like, whoa. And I watched like a 30-minute video or something like that, and then they were like, you're ready. And then we jumped. It was fun though. It was fun. Once you got out of the plane, it was super fun. It took like a long time to get up there. The plane looked like it sucked, and they were definitely high.
How fast do you get to the ground? So like you jump out of the plane.
You get to the point from like, I forget what it was. It's either like 14,000 feet. I can't remember. It was something with a 4. 14 or 40. I don't know. I don't want to sound crazy here. I'm not that guy. But I would say from the time we jumped out of the plane until the chute was deployed was probably like maybe 20 seconds, 25, maybe 30, 20, 30 or 40 seconds, and then the parachute section was probably like 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
You're only up there for like 5 minutes?
Yeah, no, it's not long. It's not long because you reach, terminal velocity and you're just falling at the same rate for a while, and then they pull the chute, and then.
Wow.
Oh no, it's hard to tell though because it was like hyped up on adrenaline. I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah. I've always wanted to ask that question, so.
Yeah,
thanks.
do it. I highly recommend. Jumping out of a plane is less scary than whitewater kayaking, but like 10 times less scary. But just pay full price.
All right. So what is your current state of mind?
I feel pretty peaceful right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel pretty peaceful. Like I have like just so many things in my life to be stressed out about right now, and I'm just not. Just not.
That's good. I feel like ever since I've known you, it's just been kind of like a peaceful state of mind.
Yes, it's good and it's bad. It's good because I basically have like a bulletproof. I don't know. I have like a bulletproof kind of like will when it comes to like my resilience, like mental, like really horrible things can happen, and I just like keep chugging and keep other people chugging too. But it's bad because I kind of comes off like I lack sympathy sometimes, and it's hard to empathize with people because they'll be like, I broke my leg, and I'm like, good. That's an opportunity. Like there's like Navy SEAL guys online. They're like, get up at 12:01. But I do think a lot of I'll think very like if somebody has a problem, I'm immediately just like thinking of solutions sometimes instead of just being there for them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which gift and a curse,
Yeah.
Very resilient though.
All right, next question. This is a good one,
Okay.
I think. On what occasion do you lie?
Do I lie?
Yeah.
I lie to my children all the time. It is the best part about being a parent. I tell my kids that my car fights crime because I drive Bumblebee. I tell them it transforms at night. I tell them I love them. Just kidding. That was wrong. That was wrong of me. That was wrong. But I'll lie. I lie, everybody lies, but I'm damn careful about it. Damn careful about it. Like, sometimes it'll be, when like people are wearing something that I just really think that is not good. But
So
I'm
you
just
lied
not like
to me.
when. No.
You tell me my outfit looks
You
good
pull
all
up.
the time.
No, she looks like a schlumpy. No, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Schlumpy. I'm not sure if I made up that word or not, but no, your outfit looks nice. Your
Thanks.
pants look crazy. You always have crazy pants on. I've
There's-
never even seen pants like that. I look like a schmuck.
But you tell people they look good.
Absolutely.
they don't
well,
look good.
and it's not even necessarily good, but I feel like it's the kind of lying where you're just not being rude. You know what I mean? Like I think that there's a time and a place, but definitely the time where I lie is definitely with children. I think it's very important to lie to children because it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Oh my God. Like getting to like for all you parents out there, like get cotton balls and put them in your vacuum and then pretend to spaz out for Easter, that is, for Easter, and pretend to spaz out and like get visually like very upset about the Easter bunny wrecking your house with all this cotton and like look, he was here, and like pour it out. Like to me, I don't know, man. I might not be like a gentle parent or whatever, or like very crunchy for that, but I love making kids happy by lying to them. Love it.
So I'm assuming you do Santa as
Oh
well.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The wife, not big on Santa, um, but I was like, dude, I love Santa. And then she eventually asked the kid, she's like, do you want to believe in Santa? And she's like, I do. And I was like,
Let's get it.
hold on. No, yeah, but we've gotten the wave.
Yeah.
It was a quick 20 minutes.
Oh. Anyway, we will be back for a commercial shortly. Bye. Welcome to Hera Health, an innovative women's health and aesthetic clinic created, well, by women. Hera Health specializes in hormonotherapy, aesthetics, PCOS, peri and menopause phases, postpartum, and weight loss. Now maybe you're questioning, why do I need to visit Hera? If you are exhausted, maybe you have low libido, you have some stubborn weight to lose, maybe you have painful periods, or you just don't feel like yourself, or maybe you're looking for a confidence boost. Hera Health should be your go-to place. When you enter those doors, you are greeted by like-minded women who understand your concerns and fears. Hera Health also offers aesthetic care like dermal filler, microneedling, medical-grade skincare products, and so much more. They also offer a wellness program to help with your workouts and nutrition. You can book your appointment online at herahealthpllc.com or give them a call at 325-238-7286. Healthcare for women by women. And we're back. So going on to our next question, what is your greatest extravagance? So what is something like...
That I pig out on?
Yeah, like what is...
My decadence?
Yeah.
My car's pretty decadent. I have a sports car that's decadent. My kayaking gear is very decadent. Like my spray skirt on my kayak was like $300. My PFD or life jacket was like $220. My knife on my life jacket was like $60. My helmet, I think I got it on sale for like $35. My paddle is like $460. Bought the kayak for a song though. I got a used kayak.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of this stuff gets like used and traded and stuff, and I got like a suicide boat nobody wanted, and I was like, I got that. Let me get that for $250. I don't know. My kayaking gear is decadent, but it's also life-saving gear. / like, I don't know, like, you know, I don't know. It's kind of sporty, but I would say I pig out a lot on I don't know. I get too much coffee. I get decadent at coffee. I get silly with coffee, and I get silly with my car too. Like I went to go change my own oil. I would say what I'm most decadent on is tools and stuff and car stuff. Like get the most expensive, like nicest oil in the store, and they're like, "What air filter do you want?" I'm like, "I want the most expensive one." Like my brakes are ceramic and stuff. Like my tires can't be rotated. Like when you bring your car to like the shop and they'll rotate your tires, like my tires cannot be rotated. My back tires last like 12,000 miles, where yours might last like 60 or 80, like a lot. So I would say I'm pretty decadent about my car, spoil my car, and tools. Just I'm such a child at heart when it comes to tools. Like I love working, and I love like when you have something that just does the thing that you need to do, and it just does it just so perfect. Like you have the right tool for the job, because it probably isn't something that you end up with a lot, but like there's a tool, every job has like a specific tool that works really, really good for it, and then there's something you can do the job with, but it's not quite right. You know, like for instance, like if you had a nut, you could use like a ratchet and the right head that goes on the ratchet for that, or you could use like a crescent wrench and like turn it. I love picking out on tools and stuff for the car.
Dude stuff.
Yeah.
Dude stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Mine is fabric.
Fabric?
Fabric. I love buying fabric.
You're so artsy.
I know.
I love crafting. I do.
Anytime I go out of town and there's a quilt store, I'm like, I have to stop. And I always leave out of a quilt store with fabric.
I'm this, like, whenever, like, I trim, I got so decadent. I had to trim somebody's window out yesterday, and they didn't have any of the trim picked out. And I was like, and I made their window so beautiful. Yeah.
Crafty, too.
Yes, very, very crafty.
So what is your most treasured possession?
Kayak.
Your kayak.
Yeah, I've got stickers all over it. I have almost lost my life in the kayak. I've had great, great successes in my kayak, and a lot of people would trade their kayak or sell their kayak if they want a different one. I don't lust over any other kayaks. I mean, I do want other kayaks for different stuff, but like, I love my kayak so much. I love it so much. It's like kind of like I don't know, like how I would, it's a different kind of sporting implement because like you don't sit on a whitewater kayak. The whitewater kayak becomes part of you because every part of your body, like your lower body, is touching some part in there, and you learn it. Like you learn the way it feels, you learn the way it moves, like, and like kayaking is a sport that like you truly have to suffer to learn to do the style of kayaking that I do. Mm-hmm. Like you have to truly suffer. There is no way that you can, there's not a YouTube video you can watch. You can't, just take it easy. It's not a mentor. Like nothing can simulate that feeling of that. And the victories and the losses that I've experienced with that kayak are different, even different than my car. Mm-hmm. Love my car, love it to death, but I could see myself parting ways with it one day, but that kayak will be hung up on the wall whenever I piton it to death. Piton is when you hit a rock and bend it in. Death of the kayak.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so cool, though. It's cool that you have something that like means that much.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like there's times in kayaking, to get off subject a little bit. There's times in kayaking where you will be shaking so hard, people will be looking at you from the distance from me into the camera in white water, and they can see that you are mentally fighting for your life, and you're about to then go fight for your life physically, and they're going, they tap their head like this in white water and other things. This means, are you okay? Are you good? Like if you're in the water and I do this, and you don't do this back, that means you need rescue. If you don't do anything, that means rescue. This means, are you okay? Mm-hmm. And people will look at, there's times where, there's a waterfall right here, and there's an eddy, which is like a pool of non-moving water that I've gotten to on the side. And I remember I was facing backwards like this, and the guy that I was shaking like that, because, literally the time, it was either that time or the time before, the run before that, I had flipped upside down and went over it was more of a cascade than a waterfall. It's like a waterfall in two sections. And I hit my head so hard on it. I went upside down and then went over it upside down, and I hit my head so hard on a rock that my kayak came out of the water with the force of 460 cubic feet of water per second. CFI. Well, CFI, is that it? I think it's a lot of water. And I just got smashed so hard, my kayak bounced, and it put a huge gash in my helmet. Would have 100% killed me if I wasn't wearing a helmet. For sure, you have to wear a helmet when you kayak. But yeah, when you go through something like that, and then being where I'm at now with kayaking, I've hit a front flip on purpose in my kayak now, which doesn't even how do you even do a front flip? Look it up.
Yeah,
front
no,
loop.
I'm trying
It's called a front loop. So you, what? I'm gonna get into.
You want to demonstrate?
I would love to. But so basically, when water flows over a rock, it can create what's called a hydraulic or hole, because the water goes over the rock into a deep part of water, and the water will recirculate like a washing machine. So what happens is that it looks like a wave, a permanent wave in the water, and white bubbles foam.
Oh.
Permanent wave. But the wave wants to pull you down, so there's some holes that are so nasty that when your boat, so the whole, like certain waves are called surf waves, they'll just hold you like this, but a hole, when they get stronger, pardon my work hands, they will, when your boat touches where the permanent wave is, right here, it will grab your boat and pull you underwater, and then you either flop over and, get smacked into the water. But there's a move where when you're getting pulled into a hole that you can stretch your body out and dunk the front end, and it'll pull the front end of your boat underwater. And then the buoyancy of the boat you'll be rejected out of the water, and you lift up like that and kind of explode with your core, and then take your paddle and swing it down towards the bow of your boat. So you go, boom, and when you're getting shot out, then you go like that, and it flips, and then you land in the hole. Like, you don't go down river, you land right there in the water. Wow. That's why my boat is so short. I was telling you about the boat earlier. That's why it's so short. It's called a play boat for doing stuff like that. I'll show you some videos of it afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be a good demonstration.
Yeah, right? Let's go boating.
So what do you value in your friends? When you're going to pick friends, what kind of friends are you picking?
The friends that mean the most, the friends that make it for me it's nothing more than their loyalty. Because I have friends that I've seen so much with, and they just turn out to, just switch up on me. And it's usually never me that gives up, but I've had good friends switch up on me, and the most valuable thing to me is loyalty. I maybe have 3 friends in this world. Mm-hmm. Like true friends, like y'all are like great acquaintances, but we're like not going out to supper. You know what I mean? Like we're not like eating meals together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As far as friends go, loyalty's number 1.
Yeah, that's a good trait. It's a good trait. So which person do you admire the most?
Jesus Christ. I hope I blew the mic out with that. But also, I really, really admire, like living person, like, I really admire, I gotta think hard about this for a second.
Yeah,
living person that I really admire. There's a lady that comes into the gym that's in a wheelchair, and I think she has ALS, and that just really activates my almonds. Like, I love whenever I see people like that doing something about their lives and in their pursuit of happiness. I look up to her a lot. She inspires me.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. That's a good one. If you had an extra 60 minutes in your day today, what would you do with it?
An extra 60 minutes? I would probably stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably stretch and just take a little bit more time in between sets and stuff like that, not have such like a manic workout. Mm-hmm. Like I'm doing a lot less volume now. So working out after work, and you've been like in the hot sun and stuff all day, like you really don't have the time for like foam rolling and stretching. Like you kind of got to pick and choose your battles, so I'll definitely probably take time to recover.
Mm-hmm. Are you still rolling out on occasion?
Every day. Every time I go to the gym, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just the back now.
I was going to ask you...
it's legs and back.
Since moving over here to this gym to do some of my workouts, they have have you ever rolled out with the balls?
From time to time,
gosh.
Yeah, they roll.
It was so nice.
For like if you have like a kind of like a I guess frozen muscle. I don't really know what to call it exactly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are nice.
Yeah. I'm still rolling out, by the way.
Yeah, me
Thanks,
too.
Steve.
It is like so apparent how much help it actually did, because I was like not sure if I was giving myself a placebo effect. But now that I'm not like doing it like multiple times a day, because every single client, like I would be in the morning time, so I just get out the foam roller too and be like, we're gonna do this and this and this, because it's so hard to teach somebody to foam roll. You have no idea. Like you're like physically competent,
Yeah.
so I could be like, do this and move your body like this,
Yeah.
and you want it to come in contact with the top of your thigh here and roll down to your knee like this. And but like people that know nothing about like how their body moves or whatever, they're just like, oh, how do I? Like, it's so difficult and so awkward.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, personal training is so awkward. You have no idea. You might have an idea. You have no idea. You don't want that. It's so bad. It's so bad sometimes.
Yeah. I've gotten to the point where rolling out is like the one thing that I do every day and I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I cannot wait to just like go
Yeah.
roll this muscle out or
Yeah.
it's crazy. Thank you. Still telling you thank you for that.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy because they were like, yeah, she totally works here. Like, do a crunch one kick off with her. And I gave it my absolute best. I wasn't like, so.
I
I
didn't
really-
make it easy on you either.
No, absolutely not. And I still, yeah, I was like, bro, we training or what? At the end, and you're like, there's no way. And I was just like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you still foam roll. That's cool. That was
Yeah.
like the whole point of
Yeah.
like being a trainer to begin with was
Yeah.
to make a lasting impact on people.
Do you miss it? Do you miss
I do.
training?
I really, really miss like the people, like not really the clients as much. There was like one or two clients, but like I definitely miss like the people that I worked with and like a lot of friends that I make that were like client adjacent, like just people in there or like people that I would see every day and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
I do miss seeing them, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And you don't really like carpentry is not the same. Like they're not like going to be like-minded individuals and stuff like that. And like I cannot stand one of the people I work with like so bad. Like it's so bad. Just a negative Nelly. Negative Nellies, dude. I can't stand it.
You just gotta inject good vibes into
No,
them.
impossible. This
Maybe-
person is a failure to communicate, and it really wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have to like went out like be new and kind of be like learning from a person that doesn't want to teach you. Like that feels bad.
You know what you should do? You should give them a sticker.
That's a good
I'm
idea.
telling you.
Dude, I'm gonna literally record this, and I want this to be on my carousel of this person. First, how he's not even gonna take the sticker, but just the absolute furiousness on his face is just gonna be so funny.
I believe stickers solve all the world's problems. Maybe not all of
Maybe it
them,
does. I mean, a
but
Band-Aid is a sticker.
Maybe you should give him a Band-Aid sticker.
Here.
Just kidding.
Put this.
On your wound.
I know I was gonna curse, but that would not be very couth of me.
Oh, I asked you this question last time I had you on, but I don't know, life has changed for you, so I'm going to ask it again. What advice would you give to somebody out there right now? What's your best advice that you have today?
If you ever have anxiety at any point, that means you are going to actually die for real, and you should focus on that. Just the best way to get over anxiety is just to marinate in it. Just think about it over and over again, as many times as you can.
Are you being for real?
No, absolutely not.
Don't listen to that.
Disregard. Cut that out. Leave it in.
What do you want me to do?
Leave it in.
Okay.
Leave it in. Really, this too shall pass is probably the best bit of knowledge that that somebody from an outside perspective can tell you, and it's absolutely the truth. Nothing very, very good or very, very bad lasts for very, very long.
Yeah. Good advice. Not the first part. That part, though. All right, you guys, we are going to go to a commercial break, and we will be back soon. All right.
Hey y'all, I'm Stephen Hambright,
And I'm Ashley Hambright.
and we're the Hambright Team Realtors with Coldwell Banker Legacy.
Welcome home. We know you have a lot of choices when it comes to selecting a realtor, so we want to tell you a little bit about us and why the Hambright team would be the perfect fit to help you buy or sell your next home.
First of all, we're a lot of fun.
Stephen, nobody cares about that.
Well, it doesn't hurt.
But really, it's important to have a realtor that's knowledgeable about market conditions in your area, available inventory that meets your needs, and of course, having an agent that's experienced in guiding you through the entire process of buying and selling a home from start to finish.
Coldwell Banker Legacy is a great company with an incredible history and reputation. We are continuously provided with so much support, whether that is professional development or better ways we can assist our clients in reaching their goals.
And we know buying a home is a huge moment in people's lives, so being chosen to be part of that journey is such an honor, especially in San Angelo. We strive to do whatever it takes to help our clients find the perfect home.
As realtors, our clients are the reason for everything we do. Listening to a client's needs and requests, being available for questions, and making sure they're treated the same way we would like to treat our friends and family are among the top priorities for us.
We're parents, we work full-time, we volunteer in the community, we understand crazy lives, so we know life can be messy.
But buying or selling a house doesn't have to be. Call the Hambright Team.
What would you do with an extra 60 minutes in your day? Do you go for a walk? Do you pick up the weights? Maybe you even help a friend. There are 1,440 minutes in a day. Here at Fitness 1440, we believe in making every minute count. Spend some of those minutes here with us on our turf zone, in our free weights area, the cold plunge, the sauna, and personalized small group fit classes because we are open 24/7. Fitness 1440 is family owned, which means you are giving back to the San Angelo community when you spend time with us. Our members are like family here, and we take pride in our cleanliness. Use code 1445 to receive your first month free and join the Fitness 1440 community today. That's 1440 FIBES. And don't forget to make every minute count. And we're back. Now, I have some gym bag questions for you.
Yes.
So, one, you brought the wrong gym bag today.
I did bring the wrong gym bag.
But
it's really not dissimilar from my normal gym bag because I'm a minimalist.
Yeah.
Gym minimalist.
That gym bag looks cool, though.
Yes, this is Cotopaxi. This is the same as my my hat within it and the fanny pack that I wear. Do good.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff for good. They're like one of the only companies that really like puts their money to their mouth as far as like putting money that they receive back into the environment. Their stuff is rated for life, so you can send anything to them and they'll replace it, and they're very, very friendly about it. It's all made from like different scraps of material, so they'll have a bunch of different scraps of material, and they'll just like you could get the same exact bag and there'd be a different color here, like all of it be different colors, so it's rad, right?
I do really like it. Is it waterproof?
This one is pretty water resistant. Like you'll notice like on the fanny pack, like a lot of their zippers, as you can see, have like that rubber lining. They make waterproof ones. Like this is their like day hiking, like cheap, just, it's just got like stuff to like tie down and all, like stuff on the top and stuff. This is like your day-to-day bag. So it's got room for a drink, and then the front zipper of the bag opens like a backpack. So you can open it very wide. And then the side zipper is actually sideways. And there's a pocket inside the main bag, like back here, that's like a pouch that zips, and you can like put stuff in it and kind of see through it. And then the bag goes sideways so that, I don't know if you've ever had a backpack where you open it up and like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just almost like seems kind of loose. Like if you have something in the middle compartment and you try to open it up, like the bag kind of folds apart. The middle one is sideways, so this bag is the bag itself is like sideways, and then the pocket in it is sideways. So you have like two different versions of a bag. And so my gym bag has my do good hat, so I can remind myself to do good with the like hasp buckle, so I can change the tightness and be like, I don't know, it's like different than a snapback. I can't really describe it. It doesn't really look that cool. I got some goldfish for feeding children's. I got a pair of headphones, number 1, some Hesh ANC noise canceling. I have Hesh skull candy crushers with my custom pads that I put on them because I absolutely ruined the other ones with sweat and just filth. We got some purple shoes because I like purple. And I got a Gold's Gym stringer from Charleston, South Carolina, because where I'm from, in order to get this stringer, anybody can really buy it, but if you're not like at least 185 pounds and like pretty swole, then you will like shame your own self out of wearing it.
Oh.
I don't know how else to describe it. It's like the jersey of like I've made it at Gold's, you know, like I'm an actual, like it's not like anybody says it, but like you don't ever see anybody who's like not pretty dialed in one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see the gorillas in these.
Yeah.
And it says where I'm from, North Charleston on it. Well, I'm not from North, but that's where the Gold is.
Yeah.
I'm from Somerville, right outside of Charleston. So got the Gold's Gym stringer, and I've got some shorts that I got in high school. Ashley Ridge football shorts with no pockets. So that's what I've got in this gym bag. I misunderstood the assignment. This is like the gym bag that I carry like my gear in, and then I have one that I carry on the floor, which contains wrist wraps. I'll wrap a lever belt from Crusade. That there's a local company, and I support them. And they're so cool and so sweet. If you don't have a belt, if you want a really nice belt, a lever belt, I'm sorry if you don't mind if I
No,
plug
go
my
ahead.
people, like, I believe it's called Crusade or Crusaders. But like literally, I was just talking them up, like talking to the guy that runs because he'll come around in like a smoothie wagon and like sell you delicious protein shakes and like give you discounts and stuff. Like I was just talking him up to some people that walked by, and he literally just out of the kindness of his heart reached in his truck and he's like, "Here, kid, take these," and gave me like some really nice, not wrist wraps, but straps.
We have been in communication with them actually. In between season 2 and season 3, we're just waiting for like schedules to line up. But yeah, they started with their smoothie truck van that you've seen, and they're working on like equipment and stuff. And I just saw a post recently where they're now in some store in Abilene as well.
They rule.
Yeah.
So I promise you, I went 12 years and 14 years without getting a lever belt because I felt like I was going to be perpetrating a fraud getting one. Like, I'm not a power lifter. Like, what do I need this like lever belt for? Like, just be stronger.
Can you explain what a lever belt is?
So a weightlifting belt is a brace for your core. And most belts that you see these days will either have Velcro or a belt fashioned like a normal belt, but with 2 prongs, sometimes 1. And a lever belt is very, very stiff. Mine, I think, is 14 millimeters wide. And the way that it attaches is it has 2 prongs that go in, and then you don't tighten it up every single time like a belt where you got to feed it through. You attach the prongs, and then it has a fulcrum lever that pulls across and latches shut at the end, and then after you do like your gnarly deadlift or squat or whatever, you can just hook your thumb in the lever and let your immense girth out. Sorry, I touched the mic. Your girth out, and then you can go, rah. But I always thought they were just like kind of, it would be corny for me because I wasn't like like a pure strength athlete, and also like I'm a naturalist when it comes to weightlifting. Like I really think that you should use straps as little as possible. You should not start day one in a belt and always use a belt, you know, unless you're like battling injury or whatever. But you know, my grip strength, my core stability, a lot of stuff is really, really, really grown and made me much more of a harder individual, especially when it comes to doing stuff outside of the gym. You know, like my strength is not like just gym strength. Like I'm truly strong when I go out and do things and when I really need to be strong. And I think that that's very, very important for me as to what my goal is not to just look like the vanilla gorilla, but to truly be one as well.
Vanilla gorilla.
I'm a dork.
What else do you have in your gym bag? You mentioned something earlier that.
Smelling salts?
Yeah.
Smelling salt? Yeah, I have Jujimufu's is what they're called.
Oh.
It's the world's strongest smelling salts, and they're just so much fun.
What does that do though?
So smelling salts can be used if you're knocked unconscious. You can crack they'll be in first aid kits. Usually you crack them and put them on somebody's nose, and if they can come to consciousness, it's ammonium nitrate, so it smells like cat pee. I don't know why I did that, but it smells like cat pee. But it doesn't get you. It's not like a pre-workout. Like it doesn't get you like a lasting effect. But when you smell the ammonium nitrate, it causes a adrenaline / inhale response where you'll and they say like that can like give you like a boost and whatever, and you do breathe, it will clear your sinuses up and you'll be breathing deeply, but also you just can't focus on anything else besides the weight you're about to lift in that moment. And it's just really, really fun. And I wish so bad, more than anything, that I had them right now and we could see her smell them on camera, because we'll do it for the carousel. Maybe we'll have to meet back up and do it for the carousel or something like that.
And then I could like pop it back up.
Yeah, like literally just your face afterwards.
I don't know if I want to.
It's fine. It's fine. She already said yes.
It's so funny because I have seen like gym videos of people using those, and I'm like, oh, it just smells like, I don't know. In my head, it's like a really powerful fruity type smell. I don't know. No.
You're right.
Oh.
It is. It's the most powerful fruit you ever smelled. If lightning bolt was a fruit.
Does it help you lift? Like, do you think you
Fuck
could?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. Your max would immediately go up 10 pounds. Whatever your max is, like on deadlift or squat or any really heavy lift, you do it and get immediately 10 pounds, just because the mental.
Does it last very long?
No.
No.
No, and the ones I have, like it says you should only do them like twice a day. Like I've seen people like do them a lot, but I'll like literally for one lift, maybe once every few visits to the gym. Because I don't really do like a lot of ego lifting. I mean, everything I do is ego lifting, really. I mean, besides I guess like functional strength stuff, like functional core, but anything other than that, you know. But yeah, no, I'll use it like once a day at the gym. Like if I was gonna go do that again, like I could do some serious weight with like smelling salts and stuff. It's really just like a mental. I think that's like really the neatest thing, the fanciest thing in my bag. Like is probably the smelling salts. Like I've got like wrist wraps.
Do you keep protein in your bag?
No.
No.
I hardly take protein.
Do you keep snacks in your bag?
No.
No.
I hardly snack.
Just had to ask.
No, I really, I have one of those tummies that most proteins just don't agree with, and like, I just feel like I'm big enough, you know, like I can just let it go, you know, like, if I, like, I don't know, like, I think if I like really, really tried and was like okay with like the side effects of protein and stuff like that and just smashed it every day, like I could probably get like 10 more pounds, but why? I'll never be beautiful. I'll never be 6 foot tall,
What? except
in my heels.
Okay, but this sign over there says be your own kind of beautiful. Be your own kind of beautiful.
It's a lie. No, but really, that's just how I feel. Like, I was just being funny. They're like, really, like, I feel like I'm big enough. Like, the things that I do, like, that I love, I'm strong enough. And usually trained pretty well for. Like, I'm great at kayaking. I'm pretty good at rock climbing. Just essentially touch the mic. Sorry, dude, I'm so awkward. I'm all fired up today. Yeah, but yeah, I don't have protein. Like, one thing I have is I take like there's this small container that I have that unscrews on the top and the bottom, and you put pre-workout in the bottom of it.
Oh,
And then the top unscrews and is little, like a funnel. So you
Yeah.
can just have like kind of your pre-workout unit, because if you mix pre-workout before, it just kind of loses its like vigor. So I'll just have that and just because I have to go straight from work to the gym. Which, by the way, if you thought you had excuses, you don't. Because I get up and go to work first thing in the morning. Another central mic touch. I go to work first thing in the morning, and I work all day in the hot sun, and then I get off at 5 and go directly to the gym and get changed at the gym. I start, like, literally, I'm sitting here with like nasty gunk on my arm. It's not really that nasty, but it's like waterproof stuff that I can't get off no matter how hard I scrub. But yeah, and I'm weary and stuff like that. But definitely, my advice goes still to be true that from last time is that just really the only barrier that you have from stopping you to getting to the gym and realizing your body's potential and your mental potential is it's just a mindset. It's 100% a mindset. Just like with the smelling salts or like other things, like how much that you can do, how far you can go is 100% a mindset. And going to the gym, and sometimes you're just moving weights and you're just like, dude, I'm so tired, I don't want to be here, I'm just going through the motions. The mindset is what got you to go to the gym that day. Instead of just going, oh, who cares? Whatever, I'll go back, and you know what, I'll give it hell the next week. And next thing you know, days turn into weeks and weeks turn into months. And then, you know, you're just looking at yourself in the mirror one day going, will I never learn? You know, will I never be able to change? Like, that's my superpower, is that I can change and I continue to change. And I have like a new theory that I think that going to the gym can solve 33.3, repeating, of course, percent of your problems. Everybody. I believe that.
Yeah.
That's my money back guarantee.
So how can people change the other part? The 66.6.
You're probably screwed. No, the other 33, if not more, is your spirituality, is your religion, is something greater than yourself that you get your power from, and that it's you know, the other 30, really it's like 100% God, but the other 33% is God, and then the last 33% I think is your mindset. And that goes with everything, like not just the gym. Like I think that your attitude is going to determine how you operate. It's going to determine, like, if you have a God of your own understanding that you're striving towards, and that is keeping you striving towards something. If you have God in your heart, and you have a good mindset, but you don't go to the gym, if you're anything like me, your mental health is going to fall off a cliff, or it's already off the cliff and you don't know because you don't go to the gym and you don't understand what you're missing in your life. You know, your appetite's probably bad, your sleep's probably bad. All of these things compound, and working out helps your appetite. It will, in itself, help you usually eat better foods because your body is, you know, I don't, before the gym, just feel like smashing a bag of gummy worms and smashing a bag after, but like if I'm using like marijuana or something like that, like midday, like, and just being a loser, not saying you're a loser if you use like marijuana all day, but like you're not gonna like wanna like rip bong and then eat gummy worms and then go to the gym. Like, it's, what I'm saying is, that's just maybe like not a great example, but it's solving other problems. It's solving a lot of other problems. Your sleep gets better. And usually when you start working out, you start using different workout products because you want to feel better. Next thing you know, you're taking in magnesium, you're taking in, you know, different things that your body needs and that are going to inadvertently or unbeknownst to you improve your mental health, as well as feeling like you're doing your best. Now you're looking your best. That's, and all that goes with some confidence. Then you might meet somebody, you know, meet a new group of friends, or meet like a significant other, like somebody special in your life, you know, that you wouldn't have had the confidence to, like, and I think that getting jacked gets you more money. I think that you will just make more money if you're jacked. Prove me wrong. I think so. Like, I think that really, like, and I've read stuff about it that says, like, people that are jacked just make more money. Like, they're treated with more respect and they get promoted more often.
I wonder if that's because it shows that you respect yourself to like take care of yourself.
When you're I mean, dude, if you take somebody who's just schlompy as all get out, and you take somebody who is dialed in, and you put them behind the counter at Walgreens, now some people have a new favorite Walgreens, even if they're just weirdos. Like, even if they're just weird, but like, there's something about having a sightly, like being not even attractive isn't even the right word, but like being your best self. And I'm not talking about like blasting gear and like the more swole, more money, but like there's something about like living up to your body's potential and people seeing your body of work everywhere you go. I think that it's respectable. I respect people.
Yeah.
I respect people. Like, whenever I see somebody who's morbidly obese and I see them eat, everybody's got to eat. But the devil in me just goes, oh my God, what are you doing? Because, like, if I see them eating something bad, like, I don't know. Like, I think it's just something that maybe that is bred into us, where we're going, you know, we came from the jungle, or however you believe, but we came from a place that was much rougher than this, and something inside of us remembers, you know, your boss is not supposed to have a pencil neck. Your husband is not supposed to have a pencil neck. If your husband has a pencil neck, I'm sorry, I don't mean that to be rude, but he's not supposed to have one. I don't think so. I mean, that's just my creed. I could be way off base with that, but I just think that when you look at the position of authority and you look at the man, you shouldn't have a pencil neck.
Yeah.
Not meaning like actually like your body. I'm kind of talking myself
Yeah.
into a corner. Like, I'm not trying to body shame anybody.
Yeah.
I mean it more of like, you should be trying your best. And that's what it says. I just use weird gym slang like pencil neck. That's horrible. It's okay if you have a pencil neck. You'll get there. I had a pencil neck in my before pictures. I was looking at it, and all I could see was my neck. I was like, is that what my neck used to look like? I'm sorry to
But
kill the
it's-
mood with the pencil neck talk.
No, it's also perspective too, though, because like I'm kind of in the same mindset. Like you see somebody in the grocery store, and you're like, that person works out. You can tell that person works out. But like that's because I work out, and I know what people that work out look like.
Yeah, I love
but
suffering.
Then like say take a nail tech, and they're like, oh my gosh, that girl's nails were horrible. But like for me, looking around, I'm not looking at your nails going,
Good, dude. My nails are.
and so I feel like
Yeah,
that just
no, for
goes
sure.
into like, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I think that everybody. What I'm truly getting at is that I think that being fit is never a niche. It's never a niche thing. Like extremely fit, yes. Like you can argue that. Like, but all like the person out there that's like looking at videos of people saying like dad bods are in and stuff like that. Like, they might say that, but I think that everybody in their heart of hearts enjoys, like naturally enjoys a more fit body usually. Like I said, it's. I'm speaking with very broad
Yeah.
brushes here, but.
Painting a big picture.
So what were we talking about?
I don't even remember the question.
Well, I can go on.
We might have time for one more story if you have another story. If not, I'm going to wrap us up.
I've had some good ones. All right, I will tell a story about. You know what? I think I had a really interesting experience with a waterfall
Oh.
one time. I was going to a place called Tellico Falls. I think the little waterfall I'm talking about is called Baby Falls. I think it's like only like 20 feet or something like that. It's enough to seriously injure you. And the thing about it is if you swim, if you like beard drag, meaning like go over the waterfall upside down and like scrape your face or whatever, and then like fall, and then can't right yourself, and then you have to get out of your boat, your body can go, the very next rapid is like 25 feet away, and if your body, or just even just your boat, goes down the next rapid by itself, which I think is class 4, class 5, you're gonna either get seriously injured, or if your boat goes, like your boat's gonna be destroyed without you. And I think it's a very, very similar thing to, you know, the gym and everything and the mindset that we were talking about, because, you know, we were talking about the 33% of the gym and the other 33% spirituality. You know, that's going to have to, you know, be a whole nother, you know, day for a whole nother podcast with other things. But the other 33% is the mindset. And I can remember being so terrified. Like, so you ever be so terrified that your face changes colors? Like your face turns like pale and white, and like you shake and chatter. Like it was like that. And I had to bring it back to the gym. Like that is what it felt like going into the gym for the first time. Not necessarily at first, like at the Anytime Fitness that I was at, because I was kind of like working out by myself a lot. But like I had to try so hard at something I didn't know anything about, and I was so nervous at looking stupid and looking dumb and failing. And that fear of failure kept me away. That kept me out of the correct mindset for a long time. But for me, what got me into working out was like a breakup and like broken heart and stuff like that, and like getting cheated on and stuff by this girl like when I was like a young pup. But I so I'll go back to the story. So you have to go through a few rapids, and it kind of starts all at once. You don't get like a warm up. You get launched into the river, and there's about 2.5 feet, like literally like this far of calm water, and then you hit the sideways current that's bringing you towards the waterfall. And I think, you know, for a lot of people right now, they're still on the shore, or in that little bit of, they're seeing that water in front of them. They're seeing where the current picks up, you know, like whether it be their gym or anything else, like you're afraid to fail. Like that was kind of my thing, like fear of failure. And I also didn't feel good enough, not necessarily in kayaking, but in life. Like I didn't feel like I deserved to be happy, really. So I had this like fear of success. And anyways, you get in the rapid and you go, and right before the waterfall, there's a dip in the water that you can't see that goes over rock, a hole, like I talked about earlier. But this hole has a twist to it, so it's kind of nasty to deal with, because your boat, you're already getting jarred like side to side, and then there's like this resting point, and then from the resting point, you can only see one person go over at a time, so you can't have somebody like, and you can't hear people talk, so they can't be there for you with it. Just like this mindset, like people can talk to you, but nobody can do this for you. You know, nobody can do mental health for you. They can be there for you, but nobody can do it for you. And so right before the edge of the waterfall is this hole that you have to for sure get over, or you're more than likely, if you don't hit a roll, you're going to go over the waterfall upside down, which means you're going to scrape your face over the side, and Lord knows, like you could get veiled, which like the veil of the waterfall will push you down to the bottom, and it won't let your body come out of the water. Like it'll kind of like tumble you over and over again. And, you know, I think that's like also synonymous with like a lot of, maybe like how a lot of people's lives have gone, and like what has kept you from fitness is that like you just keep getting beat down by life over and over again. It's just recirculating you. But in this case, and I'm trying to tie the two together because I'm like having two lines of thought right now, very ADHD of me, but when I came to the top of the waterfall, the hole got me. I flipped, and I was upside down, and I didn't have any time to think or any time to be afraid. I just did my best roll, and I ended up hitting a roll and the edge of the waterfall was right there. So I hit the life-saving roll and then went over the edge, and I ended up flipping at the bottom of the waterfall too, but I rolled myself back up, and it was just a really bad, awkwardly told story of an interesting kayaking story, but the most interesting part about it was how horrible, terrible, awful it felt before I was in the water, before I was looking at it. When I was just looking at it, when we were pulling up next to it, and even while I was doing it, it was the worst anxiety and feeling, and just the most illest, awful feeling ever. But after I was done, it felt so much better. I mean, it was the most glorious feeling of my entire life. And now, when I drive up, when I have the opportunity to do that waterfall, I am so elated with so much joy. And when I see that same waterfall that was once literally like the crux of my life, like so scared I could have easily thrown up, just from pure panic and fear. I now look at it with such a great joy, and it's such a gift to me now. And I think that I just want people to understand that, like, when you see like a fit person, like, you're seeing somebody who, I wasn't gifted with like crazy genetics. Like hopefully you'll see the carousel, or if not, like, I was not somebody who was built tremendously strong or tremendously brave or, any of these things. All of these things, well, at least the way that I came by them is I came by them honestly. And I use that to describe the gym, is that, you might look at me as like somebody who pull up on this waterfall that is like fitness or whatever, like this insurmountable task, and just be like, yeah, I love it. Like, I'm about to go in there. Like, this is my, I'm going to go rock this thing. I might do a flip. But there was a time when I was shaking, physically ill with fear of the gym, of those relationships with people in the world in general. And you have to be able to have a conversation with yourself about your mindset, and you have to be able to tap into something, even if you have to fake it at first. You have got to tap into something and change your mindset so that you can change the life that you live, because your daily practices is your life, and you have to look at your daily practices and see what they say about you. That's it.
And you can take that to the bank.
Money back guarantee.
That was perfect. I don't think I could have asked for a better ending to an episode. I needed to hear that, and I hope it see it all over my face. But anyway, you guys, that was Dave for season 3. We will probably have you back for season 4. You guys heard it here first. I plan on bringing you a season 4.
Good. Good. I hope so.
If you have not seen Dave's first episode from season 2, I highly recommend it. But on that note, you can find us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Facebook. Make sure you download, like, and subscribe, and have a beautiful day, friends. Bye!